Question 18. In a city, 33% of the people have been vaccinated against influenza. A person who has been vaccinated has a 6% chance of catching influenza. A person who has not been vaccinated has a 41% chance of catching influenza. What is the probability that a person in that city, selected at random, will catch influenza? So it's a probability question, so we know that we're going to need a tree diagram. And there are two options for this first part. Either the person has been vaccinated or they've not been vaccinated, which I'll call V and NV. Now the probability of them being vaccinated is 0.33. So the probability of not being vaccinated must be 0.67. So that's the first round. And then in the second round, continue our tree diagram on. If they have been vaccinated, there's a 6% chance of catching influenza, which I'll call I, and then not catching influenza we'll just call NI just for now. So a person who has been vaccinated has a 6% chance of catching influenza, so 6%. And as a result, a person who has been vaccinated must have a 94% chance of not catching influenza. A person who has not been vaccinated has a 41% chance of catching influenza. And so as a result, if it's 41% chance of catching it, it must be a 59% chance of not catching influenza. So now, the question says, what is the probability that a person in that city selected at random will catch influenza? Well, the person catches influenza here, so we're travelling along this line. So if we travel along that line, we're going to be doing 0.33 multiplied by 0.06 on my calculators, which gives us 0.0198. And the other line that someone ends up with influenza is this line here. So to travel along those lines, we've got 0.67 times by 0.41. which on our calculator gives us 0.2747. So now we just need to add these two probabilities together. So 0.0198 added to 0.2747 gives us 0.2945, which you could leave as that, or alternatively you could switch it back to a percentage, which is what the question begins as, so that would be 29.45%.